We're going to make candied nuts because I know some people recently, I think, would like to see them. So this is our electric pop and stir. When you get yours, you'll get a booklet, kind of a guide as to like a recipe with the popcorn and then a recipe with the nuts on the other side. It's an accordion style book. I'm telling you this because I can't find mine. And I usually will show you. You can turn it over to the back and hit the QR codes for either popcorn or nuts. US and Canada has the option, and it'll take you to recipes. And the recipe that I'm using now is the one that I prefer because it's not quite as sugary as the one that comes in the book. The one that comes in the book calls for half a cup of sugar. This one calls for a little congestion, by the way. And sorry, we just dug right on in. This one calls for a quarter cup of sugar and our French toast seasoning. And our French toast seasoning has some sugar in it. And the only thing I've used it for is this. It is super duper good. So I like these nuts a little better than the recipe that comes with that book. What in the world? How did I get cinnamon on the counter? But I'm altering the recipe, so that's what I wanted to share with you. If you go to it, we'll just wipe that on ourselves. If you go to this recipe, I am adding, I'm brain dead, y'all. I'm using both adjustable measuring spoons, or did use both. So I used the big one for the French toast seasoning, and then I used the smaller one to fit in this little jar for our cinnamon I cannot pronounce. It is the best cinnamon, y'all. It is the best. I need to order some. I thought it was going to be in the add-ons for my taste buds, and it was not in the add-ons marketplace, and now I need to order some. Anyway, let me give this a little stir. So a quarter cup of sugar, I did 2.5 teaspoons of the French onion seasoning. 1.5 tablespoons. It calls for 2 tablespoons of the French toast. I feel like it's a little milder cinnamon flavor than your traditional candied nuts. So instead of doing 2 tablespoons of French toast seasoning, I do 1.5 tablespoons. And then the remaining part of that measurement I do in cinnamon. And it's delicious. Because I have done this before. So I just wanted to kind of stir it up. So I have a cup of cashews, and I lied because it looks like that's a little bit small. I missed a spot in my little bowl. Like there's a pocket of nothing right there. We're going to maximize these nuts. And this will go pretty quick once we get started. And I need to say, captions are auto-generated. It says I say weird things that I don't say often. I mean, I do say weird things, but not always what the captions say that I say. So I did use our scoop. It came out last fall. It's a 2 tablespoon. It's perfect for coffee. I actually use it for coffee every day. And then I have another one that I use to measure out the chocolate that goes in my latte. And it's 2 tablespoon, 1 tablespoon, 2 teaspoon, 1 teaspoon. And the measurements on the outside. It is stainless steel. I used it for 1.5 tablespoons of water that are going in here. I am going to add a smidge of butter extract so we can get that butter flavor without those butter calories. So I'm just going to add a little smidge. You could do like 1/4 teaspoon, 1/2 teaspoon if you wanted, and you could offset your liquid measurement if you wanted to do that as well. I'm going to get this going. I like to do my little slurry before I do my nuts. And I will say, cashews tend to toast a little bit faster, I believe, than pecans, or maybe the pecans that I do, because they've been frozen lately because my mom gave me some pecans. So, we'll let that heat up a smidgen, and then I'm going to pour this in. While we're waiting on that, let me put my spoons over here. So I use adjustable measuring spoons, our scoop, the electric pop and stir. These are the 1 cup prep bowls. I'm going to store these nuts in this little resealable bag. This is the small one. I have mediums as well. That's an XOXO container for, I think it's cereal that I use for sugar. So I'm going to parchment paper that cinnamon line. This is the larger modular sheet pan. I love to dump these out on here. Usually works pretty good. Okay, that's getting hot. So I'm going to go ahead and add the sugar. So I'll show you the other ones that come with the modular sheet pan here in a minute. I just like to put this in the water so we can get our slurry good and cooking. And now I'm going to add, I smell of butter extract, my nuts. So there we go. We're gonna let that go until they get kind of a sandy texture. So this is the larger pan that comes with the modular sheet pan set. And here are the smaller ones. These fit in the air fryer. So if you need a good multi-use purpose pan set, the modular sheet pan set is perfect because it has the two that go in there. And then it has that one bigger one, which you can dump these nuts out on. You can use it in your oven. You could use it in your freezer if you wanted to do like a fruit juice slushy kind of situation because the sides are high enough. You can make a pizza in it. Now I'm going to say I prefer the stone. I really prefer the stone for things like breads and pizzas. I got to go get my small scraper, mixing scrape. The one thing I swear I always forget whenever I'm doing nuts is to grab one of these first. It's like I get everything else and the bad cook show host forgets this. So here we are. And I just want to kind of help it along here and there and make sure we get them coated. I really love cashews. Like really love them. I actually really love pecans too, but these are delicious. That's all you do basically is you let this thing stir your nuts around. You wait for them to get the sandy texture for the candied ones. If you're doing savory, it's just a smidgen of oil or bacon grease like I did the other day. And then you, oops, don't push that up on your doodad. It's not dishwasher safe. And then you season them in a bowl after they've went around a few times and toasted in your oil or bacon grease. Or butter if you're a butter person. I like butter. I haven't actually put butter in this yet. Also, fun fact, I have not made popcorn yet because I have an idea of what I want to do and I haven't bought the supplies for it. And we have like, I wouldn't say it's an industrial popcorn maker, but it's like the kind you would use at a ball game or something. It's just a little bit smaller version of one of those. It's on wheels, like it has a little push cart thing. Because the hubs loves popcorn. I got some stuck up in some gums, one of the holes once, and it was very painful, so I'm a little bit more cautious and not carefree with the popcorn. Okay, we're getting there, y'all. We're getting there. They'll be done here in a minizzle. And then I'll put them here, and I'll let them cool off, and then I'll bag them, and then we'll snack on them. This is, I think it's 4 servings. So a serving is about 1/4 of a cup. I don't know the macros on it right offhand. But I will say, like, if you're doing a protein, I did protein apple cobbler oats a week or 2 ago. I had them prepared kind of for lunches so I could get more protein in because I need to start watching my macros a little more. You could do a smidgen of these on there for texture and it doesn't add a ton of carbs or anything. I mean, it's going to add some because of the sugar, but you watch the amount that you add, they're starting to get sandy and stick all together. So they're a good little crunchy addition that you know what's in them because you made them. I like to make my own junk foods. All right, yum. These are actually pretty good warm too. Should I eat some now? So I just wanted to Cleopatra come at you for a minute and show you some candied nuts. Word for the live, how about toast? Since we used French toast, that way I'm not giving you 2 words. So use the link in the description to send me a message that says toast and you'll be entered into this month's giveaway. Or if you're in the White House food community, you can add it there. I'm about to touch the back of this metal and it's not shaking out. Let me scooch this back. There we go. I'm gonna get these out. And I want to get these out. I don't want clumps, so I'm going to break these up a smidgens. And then I would say if you want multiple batches, I would run them all next to each other basically, so that you have other batches of these ready to go. And you only have to dishwasher it, clean it up the one time. Not that it's difficult, because legit, this doodad here just goes in the dishwasher. It's just the stir rod and the knob that's not dishwasher safe. Of course, and the unit, but these are still warm, so I'm just kind of breaking them up so we don't have big old clusters like you get in your caramel popcorns. That's actually used to be one of my favorite things. I actually like the nuts more than I like the popcorn, but the popcorn's good. Okay. There we go. So that would be delicious with any apple cobbler protein oats, or, I mean, really topping anything would be yummy. These are super duper good. I'll give you a satisfying crunch through my mouth. Anyway, so remember, message me the word, this is very hot on my fingers. Message me the word toast, and that will enter you into this month's giveaway. And our stones, our unglazed stones, are 15% off. You don't have much longer. You can get those until the end of October. And our mixes. So if you wanted to try the brownie mix, the caramel latte mix, there's a cake mix. The almond pound cake mix is delicious. I'm trying to remember. I've heard the pancake and waffle mix is good. I haven't tried it yet. The cranberry orange, it's bread. It's a bread mix like the caramel latte, but I make them into cookies. Those are delicious. I haven't made it as bread because I like them as cookies. We have a pizza crust mix, a pretzel mix. I would probably add a little brown sugar to the pretzel mix if it were me. And I mean, like, it's the soft pretzel mix. There's so many different mixes and unglazed stones that are both 15% off this month. So get those while you can. If you would like to host, of course, and get any 60% off item or the 50% off, because we have like half price items and free dollars, let me know, because I would love to party with you. I'll give you your satisfying crunch, and I will let you go, get back to your day. So good. Yep, perfect. Those measurements are good that I gave you earlier. And if you forgot, I did 1.5 tablespoons of the French toast seasoning. It comes in our popcorn set. And then I did 1.5 teaspoons of our super yummy cinnamon. It's 1.5 tablespoons of water and 1/4 cup of sugar, and then I add a splash of butter extract. And that is all for these candied nuts. And then I did, of course, a cup of nuts. You pick your choice. I have almonds, but I really love cashews, and I need to go to the store and get more. Anyway, I will let y'all go. I will catch